How about them dogs, bruh? How about them dogs? In a game where it looked like we was about to be over with, we was defeated, going into the half, 17-0, coming back out the half, making an epic comeback, going to 8 overtimes, dog. 8 overtimes. That's almost the record, bro. The record is 9 overtimes. We went 8, in which we defeated our rivals, Georgia Tech, 44-42. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I pulled about 6-7 strands out my hair last night. I was stressed out, had a headache. I went to bed, I woke up victorious. So on my 8, man, at the end of the day, it's all good because my dogs just may have solidified their way into the playoffs, regardless if we win or lose the SEC championship. So I'm all good, baby. Now, of course, I feel like it kind of depends on who win between Texas and Texas A&M. If Texas win, then win or lose, win, right? But if Texas A&M win, then it might be a whole different trajectory, considering the fact that they like number 20 or whatever the case may be. But you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And I know a lot of y'all gonna be sitting here talking about, oh, it was Georgia Tech, it was only Georgia Tech, they was an unranked team when y'all almost lost to an unranked team. Well, let me tell you something about that unranked team. They beat 2 top 10 teams this year. Florida State at the very beginning of the season, and they also beat Miami. Alright, yeah, I don't care what you want to say, they were still top 10 team. Point blank period. And then at the end of the day, man, the way this season been going, everybody been losing to the underdog. You can't name not one team, well, you can name a couple, but it's a lot of teams that have struggled and or lost to underdog teams. So some teams that weren't even ranked. So that's just the way the season been going this year, you did. But I do got to tip my head to Georgia Tech, because they came out and they smelled blood. They was coming out there to play. They were coming to win. They were determined. You get what I'm saying? And they really put some fire up under us, you know, and I hope this is an eye-opener for Georgia, period, you know what I'm saying? Because we got exposed a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's a lot of teams out there that's probably looking at us right now like, okay, they ain't who they think they is, you know what I'm saying? We got a chance to beat them. I mean, of course, we had the toughest schedule. You know, everybody know we had the toughest schedule this year. We played like 4-5 top 10 teams. Well, maybe it was like 3 top 10 teams. Okay, I know I'm over-exaggerating. But, you know what I'm saying, Ole Miss, they was in the top 15. So we played like 4, maybe 5 ranked teams this year. So, you know, man, come on, man, cut us some slack. But all in all, like I said, man, Georgia Tech, they came out and they were ready to play. I really like what their head coach doing with this organization, man, because they really turning that whole team around. That boy Haynes King, the quarterback for Georgia Tech, oh my gosh. Where did he come from? This man threw for 303 yards with 2 touchdowns, and he also rushed for 110 yards on us, bro. So in total, this man had 303 yards passing, 110 yards rushing, and a total of 5 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 2 in the air. Good God, man. Hey, shouts out to that dude. And Jamal Haynes, the running back for Georgia Tech, he did his thing too, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He's a very explosive player. I think he started as a receiver before he became a running back for Georgia Tech. I think he got like 90-some yards. Let me look at them stats. Yeah, 91 yards. The way he caught that pass on the sideline, man, and leaped and got that touchdown, I just knew it. Right then and there, I was like, boy, we might be in trouble. I must say though, man, Georgia Tech, they had our number last night. They really did. I don't know how we pulled that off. I mean, I know we're a second half team, but I'm realistic, bro. I'm a realist, okay? I really don't know how we pulled that off. When I seen how Georgia Tech controlled the game, Georgia Tech controlled the whole entire game. I don't care what nobody say, they controlled the entire game. When I say the time of possession is real, bro, when you look at the time of possession, Georgia Tech had the ball for 37 minutes. We only had it for 22. I think they came in with a game plan, knowing that they was going to run it down our throats. And they knew the best way to beat us was to keep the offense off the field. Keep Carson Beck on that sideline. Keep him cold. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what they did. When I looked in the second half, I think it was the very first drive when old boy fumbled the ball on the kickoff, and they was like at their own 2-yard line, own 5-yard line. Got a penalty, went back some more. I think they went to their 2-yard line then. And they drove the ball all the way down the field. That's when I really knew we was really in trouble. And there was absolutely nothing we could do to stop them. I mean, first down after first down after first down. And this is exactly how Georgia Tech beat Miami, if I'm not mistaken. And one thing I like about Georgia Tech, not only do they know how to move that ball and move them chains, they execute to perfection. My boy Carson Beck, all right, look, I know a lot of people got a lot to say about him. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say he trash and this and that and this and that. But looking at Carson Beck, man, he's not as sorry as everybody think he is. When you look at some of them passes that he was making, especially looking at that one when he threw the touchdown when it was like 3 or 4 defenders surrounding the receiver, and he managed to zip it right. I'm talking about perfect. I'm talking about perfect placement. He threw it to where nobody else could reach up and get it but only the receiver. And plays like that shows the skill set and the talent that Carson Beck has. Now, realistically, to be honest with you, yes, we have some talent when it comes to the receiver set, but look at them all season long. They've been dropping passes. Pass after pass after pass. And even when it comes to some of Carson Beck's interceptions, it came off of the ball being tipped off the receiver's hands. You know what I'm saying? So we really can't blame Carson Beck because we've seen him be explosive. We've seen him, especially when he had Brock Bowers and McConkey, we've seen his talent. We've seen his skill set. Realistically, this year we don't have any great receiver that's able to create separation or to make great plays like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Brock Bowers and McConkey was able to do. We don't have no deep ball threat. So me personally, I think Carson Beck still has a great chance to be drafted very high in the NFL draft. For this young man to be able to take a team who went into the half with no points and go out in the second half and score 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns in the second half. That says a lot about his character. That says a lot about his skill. That says a lot about his talents. But all in all, I'm proud of my dogs. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to work on offensively and defensively. You know what I'm saying? Because we did get exposed. But the good thing about it is we got a team that can get it done. That's all I know. We can get it done. Hopefully we go to the SEC championship, win that, get that bye week, be able to figure some stuff out in the meantime, between time, and hopefully at the end of the year, we be the team to raise that trophy up. But until then, man, I got to get up out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all on this.